Good evening, and welcome to Sporlitiks, where sports and politics mix and mingle since 2011. 2011. That's how long we've been doing this. Joining me tonight is Aguna, the moderate. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The voice of reason. Keith, the constitutional conservative. Stephen, the independent thinker.
Copycat.
And my cousin Todd.
Todd ain't wasting any time. Todd's not wasting any time at all. He's on his case.
He's back. All right. We've got a packed show for you tonight. Oh my gosh, so much is going on in the world. U.S. and Israel wars, deadly strikes throughout the Middle East. Stephen in NASCAR, we'll see what happens when Michael Jordan wins. The world said goodbye to Jesse Jackson. The U.S. men's hockey general manager bluntly addresses President Trump's off-color joke. The winter Democratic battle for congressional control of the House and Senate takes place in primaries today in North Carolina and Texas, where they have extended the polls opening for 2 hours, and a judge extended the polls closing time for 2 hours because of some misinformation. Hillary Knight reflects on incredible support for the United States women's hockey Olympic team after President Trump's comments. The State of the Union address by President Trump last week, we missed it while we were off. We'll talk about that. Republican and Democratic senators are mulling ways to limit the impact of a prolonged government shutdown on air travel. Amidst everything else we have going on, we do have a partial government shutdown, especially with air travel. That and more, if we can fit it up. First up, let me share my screen. We are back with NASCAR, and I'm looking for my NASCAR window and I don't see it. Boy, I'm sorry, Stephen. I know I have my oh, here it is right here. I wonder why it didn't come up. NASCAR with Stephen, just a second. All right, here we are. Let me play it, and then Stephen, you can comment.
Michael Jordan has made his way here. Sir, we talked before the race. 4 horses in it. You are a Daytona 500 champion. How does that sound?
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I mean, it was so gratifying. I mean, we had 4 guys that were really fighting, that was helping each other out. I mean, you never know how these races going to end, right? It's like you just try to survive. And, you know, I thought Riley did an unbelievable job by pushing at the end. You know, that shows you what teamwork can really, really do. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit. He won't get enough credit, but we feel the love. We understand exactly what he did. And, I mean, we just hung in there all day. I mean, we were great strategy by the team, and we gave ourselves a chance at the end. And, look, I'm ecstatic. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It feels like I won a championship, but until I get my ring, I won't even know.
All right, what size ring do you wear? Did you tell me?
Size 13. Size 13.
Hey, happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it.
Mike.
Well, he's celebrating. He's part owner. He's part owner with Denny Hamlin of the XL11 or whatever it's called. But Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace and somebody else is on his team. I can't remember number 35. I can't remember his name, but it's not. He's not really relevant. He's still getting started. But Tyler Reddick has done something in NASCAR that's never been done before. He's won the first 3 races in a row. He won at Daytona, won at Atlanta, one at Coda, which is a road course. So it's all 3 different tracks, and it's great for him. It's great for the team. But about half of the fans think that it's there's a fix in somewhere because this team sued NASCAR last year, and they think maybe part of the payback is they get to win some races. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not on either camp. I'm just happy that that they won. They're doing well. They have a good team. Denny, who was part owner, he lost his dad this summer. He lost his mom. Was severely hurt. They had a bad fire at their house, and he's not. He did. I think he finished top 10 this week, but so far he's been dragging a little bit. I think it's like wearing on him. Plus, he's a team owner for the last couple of years, and he's getting a little bit older. So, looking for Denny to do something too. But next week they'll be at Phoenix. Hopefully, it'll be good weather. It's a mile track, and if Tyler wins again, I mean, everybody's just all the conspiracies are going to be going through the roof. If 4 in a row. I mean, if you got a 70-some year sport and nobody's ever done it, it's kind of funky. It's kind of weird. But if he does it a 4th time, everybody's just going to throw in the towel. So we can't compete with this guy. He's already got the championship. But see how it works out this year. But it was a good race. Every race has been really good this year, and I have no complaints. I just want to see somebody else win this week if that's possible.
Hey, Stephen, is Jordan a driver or owner?
No, he's an owner. He's co-owner with Denny Hamlin, and Denny Hamlin's a driver. Denny Hamlin's a driver, drives number 11. He's from Virginia.
All right.
So, can you explain to our listeners our viewers, as well as Todd, what did Michael Jordan mean when he said the team effort and the one driver pushed?
When he said it's a team effort.
Yeah, and the one driver pushed towards at the end. I know what that means, but I'm sure cousin Todd doesn't.
Oh, if you have teammates, and even if you just have the same manufacturer, say it's a Toyota, because if the Toyota wins and you're a Toyota team that's not even on that same team, it's good for Toyotas. It means more wins during the year, means more money, means more everything. It's better for you. So yeah, and if he's talking about it like a team sport as well, just not like on the racetrack, but your race crew, everything that goes along with it, your spotters, everything. If you got everything going right, you got it going right. And right now, it seems like they do have it going right. When you have a driver that comes out the first 3 races, and they're all different tracks, and he can win dominantly the first 3 like that, that's very, very special. Yeah, like I said, it's never happened before, so we've never seen anything like that before. And he could probably do pretty well this week, but I wouldn't pick him to win. I would pick him to lose. You probably got a better bet.
All right, thank you. Moving on to the United States, USA.
Wait a minute. What about the? Okay, well, I was just going to say something about the race.
Mm-hmm.
When you have these guys driving these go-karts, sometimes they may crash, but if they keep the faith, they will win a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
America first.
It's definitely America first. That's an America first kind of sport.
All righty, let me move on. Despite Todd's lack of understanding of NASCAR races.
Now Heisey as Canada gets fresh skaters on the ice. The outlet pass for Keller in the fence.
You can't see anything except these crazy faces.
It's supposed to be sharing. I don't know why it wasn't sharing. Probably because when you interrupted me and I had to go back to you. Can you see it now? Yes. And I had to go back to you so you could say that little nothing thing you just said. That's when we couldn't see it.
I said America first. What do you mean nothing? Well, you know what? Never mind.
Great. She's great. She's great.
Any transgenders on there? Hopefully not.
Of course.
No, they didn't have any pecker checkers there.
Of course, that's all you and your boy Toy think about. But I didn't know. I'm going to be very honest. I didn't know Megyn Kelly even played hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Todd. Your jokes are boring. That wasn't
What?
Megyn Kelly.
I thought they said
Megyn Keller.
Oh,
Keller.
Same thing.
same difference.
Same difference.
So, let me share my screen and tell you what President Trump said.
All right.
What he said about that, his comments.
Well, for Megyn Kelly, I think she should just shut up and dribble.
Oh, technology. Technical problems.
President Donald Trump joked that he would be impeached if he did not extend a White House invitation to the U.S. women's hockey team following their gold medal win at the 2026 Winter Olympics.
Here we go again.
Occurred during a February 22nd locker room phone call with the men's team, who had also just won gold, and was met with laughter from those present. The joke sparked significant backlash from athletes and fans, with women's team captain Hillary Knight describing it as distasteful and saying it overshadowed the team's historic achievement. While the women's team eventually declined an invitation to the State of the Union address, citing previously scheduled commitments, U.S. Hockey noted that they were grateful for the recognition. Despite the decline by the women's hockey team, Trump later stated during his address that the women's team would visit the White House soon. So, do you think that I don't know what happened to Keith. Do you think that President Trump's comment was distasteful? Keith, do you think that President Trump's comment was distasteful?
Is that for Keith?
It was, but go ahead, Aguna.
Yeah, I'm having technical problems.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what the I can't hear you guys.
So the bottom line of it is we should expect this from President Trump. I mean, he says these things all the time. He was trying to be funny. But again, depending on the audience, you're going to either laugh or you're going to be disgusted by it. And that's exactly what he was going for. So, I mean, was I offended by it personally? No. But, I mean, there were some people that were. And that's to be expected. But at the end of the day, I mean, congratulations to both teams. I think they did a great job. So, I mean, that was the focus for me anyway. But yeah.
You weren't offended by that? You thought it was funny?
I didn't think it was funny, but I wasn't offended either. It's just Trump being kind of Trump kind of thing. I mean, he said a lot worse than that.
Right.
So it's like, for him to say that is expected to me. So I'm like,
right.
It's like a dad joke. It's like a dad joke. It's like, I don't get offended by a dad joke.
I would be impeached if I didn't. So, yeah, to me, it was the lightest thing he's ever said.
Yeah, so.
But you know, a joke has to have a ring of truth in it as well. It's got to have like a ring of truth. It came out of nowhere. It made no sense. It wasn't funny. That's why you didn't laugh. Most people didn't laugh because it's not a funny joke. He could just be one time, just be magnanimous and say, "Hey, this group just won." He's had trouble with women, like he calls them piggy or calls them whatever. He could just say, "Women, we're so proud of you. We're so happy for you. I'd love to have you at the White House." That's all he had to do. Just be a normal person for 1 minute.
Is this not? Were you not surprised by it? Right? Were you surprised? Like, oh my God! How this?
Yeah, I know he can't help it. Yeah, he can't help it, but it's just unnecessary, and the women didn't deserve it, and that's just it. But the guys got to eat McDonald's. Why does he keep giving people McDonald's? What is his fascination with McDonald's? Who the hell eats McDonald's?
It's all
and you have the White House that has you can get the best food in the entire world, and he serves these heroes, these American heroes, McDonald's. He does it every time somebody comes there, a sports team. Like he treats them like they're in Pee Wee Sports.
I can't believe
I thought it was American, right? Every corner you see a McDonald's. It's a very
it's horrible.
I know.
You're an athlete, Aguna. I'm an athlete. We don't eat McDonald's. These guys are athletes.
I don't want to get stuck on this.
And you went in after the game in elementary school, and the bus pulled up by McDonald's. You were happy, weren't you?
No, we would get pizza. Yeah, but they're not little kids anymore. They're grown ass.
Wow, that was incredible. The United States defeated Germany for the men's hockey. They did go to the State of the Union address, and President Trump introduced them from the gallery where the press was sitting. And they came down there and said hello to everyone. But, that was very, very, I think, exciting that they won. The women won. It's incredible. These are incredible athletes.
Why did he have them at the State of the Union? They already went to the White House.
I don't think they had gone to the White House.
Were they used?
I don't know. Do you use Keith and Steven every week?
No. What would I use them for? I wouldn't use them for anything. They use each other.
I'm going to move on.
I kind of agree. It is kind of weird to have the whole sports team there. It doesn't have anything to do with it. It's just weird little things like that. It's just funky. I don't know why they do it. The whole damn team.
They allowed themselves to be used like that and then regretted it.
It's like selling your soul a little bit at a time.
Right. So let's move on to politics. Was there anything else with sports, Aguna?
Yeah, there was, but
can I say that the Washington Redskins have adjusted everything, all their money, and they're going to be the team with the second most money to spend in the offseason this year. That's what they did. They're getting rid of a few people. They're getting a bigger fat bank account, and we're going to be more competitive next year. We're only behind Tennessee in how much money we can spend. We got like 70 million or more.
Wow. Wish you the best. Now, what's your quarterback doing? Is your quarterback 100%?
Oh, yeah, he will be. He'll be suited up and ready to play and dominate. I think he'll come back with a vengeance. We're going to get some really good players from it that we need to fill in our holes. And we'll be healthy. So if we could just if we had the team and just kept it healthy, didn't bring anybody else in, we'd be very competitive. Now, if we can bring other people in, we have all this money, we're going to be a lot more than competitive. I can see us going from 0 back to the hero next year.
Yeah, I mean, y'all do have a lot of cap space, but Tennessee is right there too. And,
right, Tennessee's better than us, but we have it right after them. So we're number 2 in cap space.
Right,
that ain't bad. That ain't a bad position to be in.
And coincidentally enough, Dallas is at last has the least amount. I think they're like 50 something over the cap, and
right.
Just franchise tag George Pickens, who helped them. Right, Philadelphia is about $12 million under, which isn't bad, and you still can restructure, but they got some key decisions. I don't know if Dallas Goedert is going to come back, Kobe Dean. There are a couple guys that they may not re-sign in the offseason. But to Steven's point, I think the NFC East in general is going to be very competitive outside of Dallas. Dallas had a really good offense, but their defense, they still need to fix their defense, and they are so way over the cap that they're going to restructure Dak and probably CeeDee Lamb, but really they have all their cap spaces in 3 players, Dak, CeeDee Lamb, and now George Pickens. So with the Commanders not having that problem, and then, they got to make some adjustments on the offensive line. They can be players in free agency. So it's going to be interesting going into the fall with that amount of competitiveness.
I mean, it's been a really rough winter in the East Coast. Can we just get past the winter before we even start talking about the fall again? I mean, it's been.
we're talking about fall for football, so yeah.
Yeah, NFL is every day of the year. It never fails. That's what the NFL is.
So next week is free agency, and then next month is the draft, and then you get into training camp. So
they'll be back in there in like a week and a half. They got to report in like a week and a half.
A couple months.
No, they early stuff is coming on real quick. Next week and a half, 2 weeks.
Right. That's next week is going to be fast and furious with who's getting signed, so it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
So let me I want to go and show you this video, and then we'll talk about it. It has to do with the USA men's hockey team. Listen.
This morning, the men's hockey team celebrating another dramatic win, this time over rival Canada on the final day of competition. For much of the game, the score tied at 1-1. Goalie Connor Hellebuck keeping the Americans alive by stopping 41 shots.
Wow.
In 3-on-3 overtime, a bruised and bloody Jack Hughes battled through to score the game winner. The win costing him parts of 2 teeth.
My first thought was I looked down the ice and saw my teeth. I was like, here we go again. So I know the last time that happened, it wasn't very fun.
Hellebuck celebrated draped in the American flag, echoing Jim Craig in 1980. In a touching tribute, the team honored former teammate Johnny Gaudreau, killed along with his brother more than a year ago, by celebrating on the ice with Gaudreau's number 13 jersey.
Just a subtle reminder that, him, his brother, that they're kind of with us in spirit.
Then a wild scene in the locker room with FBI Director Kash Patel even spotted celebrating with the team, appearing to chug a beer before raising the bottle spraying it across the locker room. Patel dismissing critics who questioned why he was in the locker room. For the very concerned media, yes, I love America, and was extremely humbled when my friends, the newly minted gold medal winners on Team USA, invited me into the locker room to celebrate this historic moment with the boys. Meanwhile, 2 cauldrons were extinguished in Cortina and Verona last night as the Winter Olympics came to a spectacular close.
Team USA set a record with 12 gold medals in these Winter Games, securing an overall medal count of 33. Europe will host the Winter Games again in 2030 in the French Alps.
All right. So anyone have any comments about FBI Director Kash Patel?
He needs to step down like Dan Bongino stepped down. They're both worthless. They have done nothing good for the American people. And then that stunt he pulled is just ridiculous. It's like I said, it's just unprofessional. We know Trump's got dementia or whatever else. And he's always goofy like that. But Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, we think he's going to be somebody, that we can count on, and he's going to do what he says he's going to do. He hasn't done anything for us. He hasn't done anything he says he's going to do. But the only thing he's done since he's been in there was be drinking beer like he's in college, jumping up and down and getting a medal around his neck, and he did nothing. What goals did he make? None. It's just crazy. It's really weird.
That's not fair. What he did do was back Donald Trump in the Epstein files. Remember before he became FBI director, he was saying, we need to release the files and what's going on with the Epstein, blah, 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 blah.
Well, Dan Bongino as well, and Donald Trump as well. They all three of them said it. And then when they got in, they said, no.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people are. This is what you voted for. I'll go back to this.
No, it's not.
The whole bro code that's going on right now in the White House and all the frat boy antics and stuff. That is what Trump supporters voted for, and that's what they love. I mean, again,
maybe some did,
director in the locker room, and no one slapped his hand. Again, is it poor taste? Hey, we're about to have an MMA fight at the White House for the 250th anniversary of our country. This is the America. This is the man America. That
it is.
It's idiocracy.
Chugging a beer, only in the Trump America where you can chug here as the FBI director in the locker room
and slap each other on the butt,
and it's like Team USA. This is the locker room banter you voted for. I think personally you should be happy about this.
Right.
All right.
Were you offended by that?
No, it's just unnecessary. We don't need it. It's just like have some decorum of professionalism, because you're the highest man in here. You got to act like it. You got to be a little different.
And remember, and I know we're going to get to it later on in the show, but there was some moving around in the FBI when it comes to domestic terrorism, when you're looking at even international terrorism at home with the Iranian stuff going on. So there was some shenanigans. He gutted that office right before the strike. So this is some.
It's amazing.
It is.
Before we get into politics, which Stacey's dying to get into, because
I have to watch the time. I have to watch the time.
Talked about white boys playing hockey.
You got to mute him. He'll never shut up.
Ice skates, but she doesn't want to talk about a black woman on ice skates.
She did mention her. She mentioned her.
She just wants to talk about white boys on ice skates and how
she mentioned the black woman, and guess what? She was pivotal for their win. She's a great player.
No. That's not what Todd is talking about. He's talking about.
I thought you were talking about women's hockey.
No. He didn't like black women.
Okay. Todd is. Go ahead, Todd, while I find this video of what you're talking about. Because I really forgot, actually.
I'm sure you did.
Sorry, Bonnelly.
She's not white.
An Olympic ice skater from France who now lives in America, and she did the first
backflip.
Landed
it on one blade.
Wow. You have the clip?
1994 Olympics.
That was in 94?
Yes.
That's pretty relevant. 2026.
It is relevant. It's not relevant to a white boy because
it ain't relevant to anybody.
You people want to pretend like this little white boy just came along and did it out of the clear blue. The first man to land.
I didn't know a man did it. I didn't know a man had done it.
Of course not. You don't know anything. You thought.
No, I wasn't that big into the Olympics.
So
I'm bigger on the Special Olympics.
So anyway,
and we're telling it all wrong though.
In 26, there was a white boy that did a backflip in the Olympics, and we
don't see color, Todd. We don't see color or gender.
And so, he landed it, and
1 foot.
I heard one of the announcers say, "The first person to land a backflip, landing it on one blade. Whoa, he's great!" And then that tennis player who I can't stand, Djokovic said, "Oh, how great it was." And they completely forgot, deliberately, if you ask me, that 30 years before that.
They forgot something 30 years ago, Todd. Cut them some slack.
30 years before that, a black woman did it, and she was penalized for it and said it was ugly. Huh?
How did they penalize her?
Okay.
They disqualified it. They took points off for it because they said it was illegal. And
see, when a black woman does it, it's illegal. If a white boy does it, America first.
Well, yeah, things change in 30 years, Todd.
Of course they do.
All right, so let me show it. I finally got it after Todd. I forgot, and then Todd tried to explain it. I finally found it. So watch this.
On the women at the figure skating last night was the quad god himself, Ilya Malinin. Now, Malinin, you may remember, lit up the sport with his signature backflips on the ice, but he had a disappointing performance in his individual event last week and failed to reach the podium. Well, now our Remy Inocencio has been speaking with skating trailblazer Surya Bonali, who was doing backflips when the move was still illegal. But despite the loss, she calls Ilya, quote, amazing.
Well, I think it's great. That's ideas of wanting to go further, going beyond, the rules. I mean, that guy is amazing.
You were penalized, and he has been praised. There must be,
how unusual.
Why not you? Why didn't it happen during your time?
I believe I was the first one. I was a pioneer. Great. Was not really welcome. But now I open the doors or break the ice.
Right.
We're one of a very few
no pun intended
black, globally renowned figure skaters. Talk to me about your thoughts on trying to break this open to be more diverse.
I mean, way before me, I had Debbie Thomas, that American champion. Watching her TV, it was like, oh wow, that's cool, and that's it. And we didn't have much example, and I'm sure I did open the eyes or give an idea of some parents to say, hey, I can put my kids figure skating.
Do you feel that the sport has maybe learned from how it treated you 30 years ago?
Well, 30 years ago, we didn't have social media. 30 years ago, people have more narrow minds, so they were not aware about what's going on, how to treat or feel good being near a person of color. Also, I came really early. I was already ahead of my time, so people didn't like that. Also, maybe jealousy, sense of jealousy.
What would you tell the you from 30 years ago to motivate that person to be the best that they could be?
First, it's already better to be the first one to try some things and to be, and people will be able to look up to you instead to be copying somebody. You have to keep your head over your shoulders, stay cool, and stay human. And also, I believe so, even though you do not have a world title or medal on your neck, around your neck, it still doesn't define you. You're still a great person.
Great message there, and a reminder that Olympic athletes have so much respect for each other that goes beyond their national border.
I can't believe nobody's tried it in 30 years. It seems like, but now you won't get in trouble. It seems like somebody would have attempted it, but it must be really hard.
Let's stick with the facts that this black woman was overlooked, ignored, and penalized for doing a great thing. So I don't want you to just skip on. I can't believe nobody does it. It's very difficult.
She did something that was illegal and she got penalized for it. That's just fact of life, dude.
You see how dumb and ignorant he is? That's why he voted for Trump. And he said, Trump lied.
You think if a white woman did it, she wouldn't have been penalized?
Of course not, you dumb
That's because you're racist. That's because you're racist.
So anyway, they made that move illegal for that black woman. It is a disgrace. And of
How do you know it wasn't illegal before she tried it?
Of course, Stephen and Keith, that's just the way it was. It was illegal. That's stupidity at its finest. They didn't want that black woman.
What was your comment, Keith?
I know what your comment is.
I missed it.
You hate her because she put you in the mind of your mother.
No, And matter of fact, I was going to say that she has the kind of attitude that I like because of what she said. She wasn't bitter. She wasn't upset. In fact, she was very professional. She was very very
Now, Todd,
gratified.
She just
thank
seemed.
you. Aguna, let's have Aguna in because you guys just hogging everything. You're not even let Aguna hog anything for a change.
I'm glad. I mean, she referenced what's her name, Debbie, the other
Thomas.
Debbie Thomas, which I've watched her in the Olympics. So yeah, I mean, yeah, times have changed. So hopefully, eventually, if you can pull that off, because I wonder how many times you fall before you can pull that off.
Exactly. It is unbelievably difficult. And for anybody to penalize somebody for that tells you they were discriminatory. Now you know
whether
good
or not
and well,
they were discriminatory
you might be right.
based on race is a different story, but they definitely had said, I think they said basically that
I think it was dangerous.
It
was dangerous. And they didn't want people doing it.
No,
right. That makes sense.
Let me also say,
they do
let me also say,
quadruple.
Todd, I want to also say that the only reason that Todd is upset is because you brought it up. Stacey,
no, the only reason Todd's upset is because she's black.
30 years ago.
She just cares. He just cares because she's black.
Is because the white guy got away with it. That's
right.
all.
He's white and she's black. That's the only reason.
They legalized it in 24. They legalized it after the coon did it and was penalized. The great white hope did it, and he was praised for it. Wake up, dummy.
How many times?
You know, I don't think you have an argument, Todd.
In the end zone, Aguna. You know what the blacks used to do every time they make a touchdown.
Hey Todd, should have been punished? He should have been punished, even though it's legal now. He should have been punished as well.
So,
you don't make any sense, Todd.
So if you look at this, Gary Kubica was the first person to do a backflip in figure skating, and he was an American, and he did it during the 1976 Winter Olympics, and he successfully executed a legal backflip, but they said she did an illegal.
You dumb black loogie. Do you understand that, Stephen?
Yeah, they made her get on the back of the bus.
I'm asking Aguna.
Well, they banned it after he did it. It wasn't illegal at the time. They banned it after he did it.
There you go. Does that make sense to you, Todd?
Credit and scored him points for it. Now, if you do it, coon, we're going to take points away from you.
Because they made it illegal after he did it.
Dumb black loogie.
It wasn't illegal when he did it.
Now it's legal again when the white boy does it.
You were wrong again, Todd.
Standing in the end zone when they make a touchdown.
Listen at this coon. Listen at that coon. Grandstanding in it. I want to talk about blacks negatively. Grandstanding.
No,
Shut up, you dumb black loogie. Move on. We got to move the show on.
I'm talking to
now
Aguna.
we have to move the show on.
Now you got to move the show. When you lost his argument, he wants to move on now.
I didn't lose the argument.
You lost the argument.
I didn't lose. You lost because you voted for Trump, dumb.
You lost the argument.
Aguna, go ahead, Aguna, please. I just want to hear what you.
What about the end zone celebrations?
Yes.
The Negro end zone celebration.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to talk about, Keith?
Yeah.
No, there's no such thing. All right. So I know the NFL put a cap on celebrating in the end zone. You can't do a lot of that. But then they changed it, and then they changed it back, and they still have some rules for unsportsmanlike conduct if you get too many people involved or anything. But people complained and said that's part of the sport, so they're a little bit lenient more. They were lenient more so now than they were in the past.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about football my whole life growing up was watch them do the shuffle and everything else.
Yeah, but it started to get a delay a game and all that stuff, and then the no fun league NFL.
But it was funny, like Terrell Owens and all of them. Chad Johnson, this was funny stuff, man.
Let me just say this, and then we can move on.
Wasn't it the Redskins at the time did the high five? They did the big high five thing.
Yeah, what do they call it? The little guys.
I just wanted to say this to show that
they all jump up.
Stephen and Keith are hypocrites because when black people fight in sports, Stephen and Keith says how horrible they are. Except if they're white hockey players, then it's fun for the sport.
But you know what's funny with hockey? They don't fight as much as they used to. I think they put a kibosh on it. I don't see them fighting as much. Maybe every now and then, but not as much.
The goons were supposed to go out there and enforcers are supposed to go out there and do that stuff. That's part of the gamesmanship. So
right.
All right. Thank you. Here we go.
I'm not going to just do this with Ventura, then leave. Don't ask me who's in charge because I'll give you an answer and it'll be very controversial.
What does that mean?
Yes, we're in charge. We're not afraid of boots on the ground if we have to have. We had boots on the ground last night. We're going to make sure that that country is run properly. Great nations do not want to fight endless wars. We're getting out of the endless wars. We have to do it. No new war. We don't need the wars, foreign lands, countries you've never heard of, countries that don't even want us there. We will keep America out of foolish, stupid, ridiculous foreign wars. The plan is to get out of endless wars, to bring our soldiers back home.
Can you
to
hear
not
him,
be
Todd?
policing agents all over the world. We were crazy what we did. We had these endless wars that go on for 21, 22 years, spending billions and billions of dollars.
I can't hear anything, Todd.
I know you can't.
So that's that.
So the president, during his campaign, said that he wouldn't be in any wars.
Right. Wouldn't start a new war. And that's what I voted for. That's what I voted for.
He said endless.
It doesn't matter. He don't know how long this is going to last. And the other, hey, those other wars, they weren't endless either. There's no such thing as an endless war.
Well, so is Venezuela, was Venezuela endless?
Venezuela was easy. Iran is not Venezuela.
We don't know that yet. It's only been 4 days.
We do know that.
How many people died? How many soldiers died in Venezuela in 3 days?
None.
Right. How many people died now? 6, 7?
6.
How many soldiers?
You totally obliterated their government.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. It does not.
That doesn't matter. We never should have went there. He shouldn't have started that war.
Okay,
That's
excuse me.
exactly
I'm
right.
sorry. You guys are going to have to stop.
It is a war. Donald Trump said it was
All
a
right,
war.
Stop. One at a time. It's starting to get out of control. Aguna, please finish your point.
So my point is this: the president has made a calculated assumption that
An illegal assumption. He cannot go to war alone.
Finish, please. He's going to get in and out. He's going in the last 4 days. Excuse me. In the last 4 days, he took out all levels of the Iranian leadership. He's taken out all their command and control when it comes to their military. He's crippled their navy.
He wanted to use them to run the country. But he said he may have killed them.
Can I finish? All right. So when he says endless war, this war is going to be a week-long war in his mind, where we're going to go in there and get out.
He said maybe a month.
Bada bing, bada boom, Todd. So here's the thing.
Maybe a month.
Really?
This is what you voted for. Trump is, if anything, he's doing exactly what he told you he was going to do.
No, he didn't. He said he's not going to start a new war.
He said that Iran deal that Obama made was crap and that he could do better.
What did Iran do they needed to be invaded, but they needed to be blown up? What did Iran do wrong? Nothing. Are they a threat to us? No, they did nothing to us.
They sponsor state-run terrorism.
No, that's Israel. That's the state-run terrorist. The terrorist is Israel. We should be at war with Israel.
Mr. Don't say nothing to Israel because they're the promised chosen people.
Yeah,
they're not the chosen people. When you get educated, you realize who they are. They are the synagogue of Satan, and that's what Jesus Christ called them. Jesus Christ said the people of Israel were the synagogue of Satan.
Stephen, you didn't say that.
You called us anti-Semitic when we said
I'm going to stop you all right there because we
right. You know why? Because I was ignorant. Once you get educated, you're not as ignorant. I got educated.
Thank you.
The bottom line of it is, I just want to make
Stephen and Aguna's comments. They do not represent Sporlitiks comments. These are their personal opinions.
Well, my whole comment. I just want to finish my statement. I didn't say the bottom line of it is Iran has sponsored state-run terrorism around the world, and for the last 47 years, we had not
true
that regime. We have not been that has not been a friendly regime to us. when President Obama negotiated the nuclear deal, when the President Obama negotiated a nuclear deal, Trump ran against that. He said that wasn't a good deal. We gave them money back. We did all these things, and they were delaying. They were still going to get a nuclear weapon.
We gave them their money back.
He made a calculated decision to go in there. Not only are they not going to have nuclear weapons in his
nuclear.
Yes, nuclear weapons.
Wow, they blew it up. They have no capability.
They're also not going to have any type of conventional capability to strike anybody, right? So he didn't want their ballistic missile threat as well as their nuclear threat. He didn't want them threatening the Straits of Hormuz or wherever that is in the Gulf. He's saying we're going to take them and they're weakened. And on top of that, he said they were killing their own people. So he said he was going to help the Iranian people by taking out their leadership, and and they can decide who they want to put back in charge after that.
Aguna, why isn't he helping his own people in America? Who are without insurance? Who are? I can't afford food.
All of you have to admit. All of you have to admit that he is doing what he said he was going to do. You may not agree with it.
Nearly 72 hours after the U.S. and Israel started bombing Iranian military and civilian targets, the official notification from U.S. President Donald Trump about his decision to declare war. The threat to the United States and its allies and partners became untenable. It is not possible at this time to know the full scope and duration of military operations that may be necessary. Earlier on Monday, Trump explained why now.
This was our last best chance to strike what we're doing right now and eliminate the intolerable threats posed by this sick and sinister regime.
A point the U.S. military later stressed on social media. U.S. forces have destroyed Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps command and control facilities, Iranian air defense capabilities, missile and drone launch sites, and military airfields. Congressional Democrats have called the attacks illegal since Congress did not authorize them.
There needs to be the proof of an imminent threat to American interests. I still don't think that standard has been met.
Republicans say they'll oppose Democratic efforts to force the White House to end the operation now.
I think the idea that we would move a War Powers Act vote right now, I mean, it will be forced to the floor. But the idea that we would take the ability of our commander-in-chief, the president, take his authority away right now to finish this job is a frightening prospect to me. It's dangerous.
The conflict has caused the price of crude oil to jump. Analysts say U.S. drivers will be affected.
Higher gas prices are frustration to people, and they certainly make a difference in their overall budget. But typically, it's not a deal breaker for most people. They're not going to stay at home just because gas prices have bumped up a little bit.
U.S. officials aren't predicting just how long the operation will take. They're not ruling out deploying U.S. ground troops in Iran, meaning more tough questions from members of Congress when the Secretary of State and other officials brief them later on Tuesday. Rosalind Jordan, Al Jazeera, Washington.
They can't even come up with a reason they did it.
No, they can't. They can't. It says they are the terrorists. The United States and Israel are the terrorists. They're committing genocide in Gaza right now. Only thing Israel wants to do is take over the entire Middle East. They want to take the entire, and if we get Iran out the way, it's probably everything else is going to fall. America and Israel are the terrorists at this point. Iran is the innocent victim right now that did nothing wrong. That there was no. Okay, we have two nuclear countries that are going after a country that doesn't have nuclear capability. Why do we dictate to them what they could do when they were doing shit to us? And you know what the problem is? Israel has done all the false flags everywhere and blames it on everybody else. They blow up buses, they blow up schools, they blow shit, and then they blame it on everybody else. They did 9/11, and if you investigate, if you think I'm lying, if you investigate it, they did 9/11. So we'd go after Afghanistan, and we'd go after Iraq, and we took out over 1 million people. Innocent people, and we made the Muslims the bad people in this world, and they're not the bad people. They were treated like hell for all these years. That's why people go now. Yeah, listen to how he talks about our Iranian people. Oh, these are madmen. These are crazy people. These are the madmen, the crazy people in the Epstein files, and they're in Israel, and they're in the United States. And the United States runs more children, sex children through the United States and Israel than any other country. We are the great Satan, and they are the little Satan, and Iran is right. Iran is right. They were innocent. There's innocent people in that country. And
this guy is.
You can't go on nonstop.
You say 30,000 people died. That's their numbers.
Okay.
The old Stephen said that if you say anything against Israel, you are anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
That Israel just wants to defend itself.
Yes.
It's surrounded by enemies, and they need to be defended.
Hung up, honey.
He ran off. Stephen said that Israel must be defended at all costs.
All costs.
And so now you have it where you have an administration that's saying, okay, Israel, I hear you, I see you, and we're going to eliminate all the enemies around you, because that's the reason why you had nuclear weapons.
We're going to do what Stephen wants us to do.
Israel has nuclear weapons, and nobody's allowed to know how many they have. Nobody's allowed to inspect them. But Iran said you can inspect everything we have, but Israel doesn't. Why is Israel so special?
Stephen, wait a minute.
Stephen, you're the one that said this.
But I've got more facts. I've got more information. I know things more than I knew before. Why would I stay the same if I have new information?
Stephen, wait. You have to wait, just like we had to wait for 30 years for you to get smart, to get information. Now
you ain't been there for 30 years.
Okay.
So
anyway,
look,
we said, so just last year, Israel went into Gaza Strip, and they were.
And we said it was outrageous.
Every single body, you were clapping and saying,
"But you're pulling for Israel right now, Aguna. You
gotta let him talk. You can't cut him off, Stephen. We let him.
But he's being a hypocrite.
So
no,
what?
I'm not. You're being a hypocrite. You said when they went.
No, I'm not.
They went into the Gaza Strip and they leveled it. You said they should kill everybody until the hostages are returned. That's exactly what Israel did. Oh, by the way, Hezbollah and Hamas was being supported by Iran. So guess what?
Let me say this in defense. Let me say this in defense. I learned that October 7 was a Israel job. It was an inside job. It wasn't the bad guys. October 7th was to get them into a position where they could take out Palestine. And Keith, if you think I'm wrong, I'll bet you $100,000 I'm right. I know, and Charlie Kirk said the same thing. Charlie Kirk said that it was Israel that did it. Israel did it. They killed their own people because. Wait a minute. Listen.
No. We let you talk. You can't keep.
All right, I will talk. Let me know when you want me to talk.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris said, "Whoa, Israel, you can't be doing all this with our weapons and killing all these people, and you need some diplomacy. We need to relax." You were like, "She's anti-Semitic."
Yes. And she's dumb, and she's everything.
They're against the Jews. They want them to be they're on the side of Hamas and all these other people.
Yes.
When we said, let's rein Israel in. Let's slow them down because they're going to get us into a war. You were like, no, they're not. They're just trying to defend themselves.
And you said, so what? If we go to war?
I thought my wife was an angel till I found out she was screwing 10 other guys. When you get new information, you have a new way of thinking. That's what it is.
Wait a minute.
When I found out Israel was the enemy, when I found out they were enemy, everything else, all the dots connect. And if anybody wants to bet me, they are responsible for 9/11. And they just pulled us into another war under the same garbage. They said weapons of mass destruction. Now they're saying we're worried about nuclear shit. When 8 months ago, they blew all their nuclear capabilities up. But they're still saying, oh, it's nuclear. We're worried about their nuclear bomb.
Stephen.
All right, go ahead.
Cursing too. You know we don't curse on this show.
I'll say whatever I want to say.
No,
I will. I didn't curse.
You said S.
That's an expletive. That's not a curse word. It's an expletive.
I consider it a curse word.
Yeah, you're talking semantics.
Secretary Rubio said we had to attack Iran because Israel was going to do it regardless of what we said. Because
then let Israel do it. Let Israel do it, and we stay out of it.
No. They were like, well, if we let Israel do it, they're going to attack our installations.
Oh, they are anyway. They are now.
Wait.
Well, they were going to do that regardless. If Israel went in there, they were going to attack. So they were like, okay, we're going to attack Israel.
You're talking nonsense. That was a made up.
That's what Rubio said.
Yes, it was made up because Trump didn't say that.
I know
Now,
Trump said we need to get rid of the nukes. We need to get rid of the regime. Then he said we need some oil. Then he said
I gotta move on.
a brand new ballroom. He said he's building a very good ballroom. It's going to be very nice.
Okay.
And Melania doesn't like the voice.
Okay, thank you. I got to move on because we're out of time.
Oh my gosh, I can't get a word in edgewise.
Go ahead.
That was Stephen's fault. Stephen did that to you tonight. Stephen,
Hey, I made the show good.
Tell us about the ballroom.
No, we got to move on. Sorry.
Campaign rallies, text messages, and TV ads now come down to Election Day here in Texas. The Democratic and Republican primaries in the U.S. Senate race have gotten national attention, but there are a number of other interesting races as well. We've got a team of reporters covering the election, starting with our Eye on Politics reporter, Jack Fink, and our Steve Pickett. Jack, let's start with you and a closer look at the big races.
Well, Karen, the U.S. Senate race is certainly attracting most of the attention, and rightfully so, because in many ways what we're seeing is unprecedented. Let's start in the Republican primary for U.S. Senate. And for the first time, four-term incumbent Senator John Cornyn is fighting for his political life against Attorney General Ken Paxton and Congressman Wesley Hunt in a primary. And what we're watching for tonight is Cornyn and Paxton ending in a runoff on May 26th. What we'll also be looking to see is how strong Cornyn performs. Does he run tape or is his support weak? Over in the Democratic primary for U.S. Senate, we have seen James Tallarico, the state representative from Austin, surge in the final three polls to above 50% and now leads Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett by 10 percentage points in the Real Clear Politics average of polls. But we're going to be watching is whether this will be a reflection of the results tonight or if it's still going to go down to the wire, as many Democrats I spoke with said last week. And now to another very interesting race, the Republican primary for Texas Attorney General, where a runoff is expected between Congressman Chip Roy of Austin and State Senator Mays Middleton of Galveston. He campaigned as, quote, MAGA Mays Middleton and has spent millions of dollars of his own money. And we're waiting to see the gap between Roy and Middleton. Over in the Democratic primary for Attorney General, a runoff is also likely between former Galveston Mayor Joe Jaworski, he ran 4 years ago, and State Senator Nathan Johnson of Dallas. Attorney and former FBI agent Tony Box is running for office for his first time. Over to Texas Governor, three-term incumbent Greg Abbott will obviously cruise toward the Republican nomination, no doubt about that. He's certainly built up a big campaign war chest to help other Republicans as well. And in the Democratic primary for governor, what we're watching is whether State Representative Gina Hinojosa of Austin will win outright, or if she'll be in a runoff with former Houston Congressman Chris Bell, who was the Democratic nominee for governor back in 2006. There are a total of 9 candidates in this race. And coming up at 5 o'clock, we are going to take a look at some of the more interesting congressional races here in North Texas.
Man, who cares about Texas? This is like, this is, well, anyway, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, you're right.
But nobody
well, to say who cares about Texas, what they're talking about basically is the shift of power in Congress. The shift of power in the Senate,
really,
power in the House.
I think the Republicans will still have an advantage based on the redistricting. I think they actually eliminated either 1 or 2 Democratic seats, and I think Democrats only gained 1 seat in Texas if they're lucky. They diluted all the other districts.
Hey, if this war goes really bad, it's going to be terrible for the midterms.
We say the Republicans have the advantage, but I'm just amazed that they're able to shut down part of the government, the Democrats. The Democrats have the power to, in the Senate. I guess they shut down the DHS and so forth. So, I mean, that's considerable power.
What is that? That's democracy is what it's called. It's called that's democracy.
All right. So this is going to be a round table.
It's power.
This is going to be a round table.
Democracy is power of the people. You should be happy about that.
State of the Union address.
In this chamber 12 months ago.
So only certain people can have power. That's
a nation in crisis.
Yeah.
With a stagnant economy, inflation at
we all
record
can't have
levels,
power. Only
a
certain
wide
people.
open border,
That's not
horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year,
I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
He didn't say it was good. He just said it was for the ages.
Awful. Just awful. What disappointment.
This is what you wanted.
It's not what I wanted. I didn't. This is not what I voted for. I didn't vote for them to invade.
Steven, why are you talking over the
We
video?
will never go back to
Because
where we
he
were
said
just
something.
a very short time ago. We're not going back.
Say something to him, not me.
Border is secure.
Not going back, Stephen.
He's been talking the whole time. You don't say a damn word to him.
We're not going back. USA. USA.
Aguna.
Okay.
There you go. First time for everything.
Hey, click here to subscribe.
During that exchange or during that, and this is our roundtable, and we'll start with Keith, then Stephen, then Aguna, and Cousin Todd. During the State of the Union, President Trump was talking, and Representative Congressman Al Green from Houston had a sign up and said, "Black people are not gorillas," I think.
We're not.
Yep. That's what it said. And they kicked him out for that.
Leave the floor, and he was leaving the floor as that was going on. Start with Keith, then Stephen, Cousin Todd. Aguna, and then Cousin Todd. Keith.
Well, I have to say this. One guy told me, he said that black people could not be resembling gorillas because gorillas don't have the lips. They don't have the kind of lips that many blacks have, and they don't have the kind of bottoms that many. They have flat bottoms and skinny lips. That's more like white people. That's what he told me.
Wow.
Anyway, I wanted to say this.
Man, you're sounding like Todd now.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about what somebody else told me. Another black.
Why don't we not compare anybody to monkeys?
This is my round table. So I'm
Go ahead,
going to close it out with this. I'm going to say it this way, and this may be the only words that I have left to say because I don't get much chance to speak.
No, you don't, and me either.
Yeah, thank you. The thing is, how many people on this show would stand up when Trump said that government is to protect the American people before the illegal aliens, not the illegal aliens? Stephen, would you stand up to that?
No, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I don't believe he gives one damn about the American people. I don't think he cares about the American people. He cares about himself.
Who's yeah, and you got to consider the messenger in that statement.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. This is the roundtable. Okay, thank you, Stephen. It's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Stephen.
Wait a minute, Donald. Well, I wanted to say something to Keith first, but I was trying to change my mind because I was going to call and say if I was going to compare.
Already. Go ahead, Aguna.
Yeah. So the bottom line of it is, at the end of the day, whether you like what Trump is doing or not, he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. Right?
No,
he's not.
He's not going to start any wars.
Iran. He said he was going to make a better.
He started a war.
Yeah, because he's going to make a better deal than what.
That's not what he said he was going to do. He said no more wars, and he started a war.
And then he blew up Iran. He went in there. You should have seen the negotiations. He said, "Look, get rid of all your enrichment, and you can keep all your ballistic missile capability, but you need to give me all the nuclear stuff." And they said no. He's like, "All right."
They did not say no. They said.
They said, "Let's think about it." He said, "Okay, you got 24 hours."
No.
So here's the thing. This is my last time. You let Donald Trump got into the White House. He looked at the U.S. arsenal, and he's like, "Man, look at all these different things we got. Why aren't we using this? We don't need to have an endless war. We can just go in there and knock their behinds out real quick, and we're not using all the resources we have available to us." So he's like, "Look, instead of I'm going to negotiate to an extent, but then if I don't have to negotiate anymore, plus all this Epstein stuff and stuff is going on, okay, I'm going to show y'all something to focus on." Bam.
Epstein.
And then he went in there and obliterated Iran. So now it's like, look, peace through strength. The Department of War. It just cost a couple $1 million to rebrand it, so you might as well make some good use out of it.
Thank you.
Right? And at the end of the day, doing what he said he was going to do.
No, he never said he was. Donald Trump said we went to war. I didn't vote for him for this. I didn't vote for him for a lot of stuff he does. I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for him to bring a million people from China and India here to take our jobs and go to our colleges and take our jobs. And we have Russia. We have President Putin right now that's been in war for years. Been in the war for years. They got nothing to lose, and he's up there with Iran. You don't think he might get a little prickly, might get a little upset? You don't think so? I think he would, and I don't think he'd have any problem because you know what? He's got more nukes than we do. We don't know how many nukes Israel has. Shut up. And they also have China on their side, and North Korea said, we'll send one bomb. You're sending a bunch of bombs to Israel? We'll give you one bomb that'll wipe them out. That's what North Korea said. So you think this is not a war? This can turn into a world war like this. This can turn into a nuclear war.
Well, so far,
and your president started it, Keith. He ain't my president. Yaguna, your president. He ain't my president. Because he stabbed me in my back. That's not what I voted for. So I'm not one of these pinheads that will be with the party no matter what. Oh, I got to stay with the party. I got to be a little party boy. That's not me. I'm not a party boy. I'm an independent thinker. And when my guy stabs me in my back, I'm not with them no more. And all you do is Keith, is they propagandize you. That's all they do.
Todd's been right. I was wrong. Todd was right. Todd was right.
Stephen was scared. If you're scared,
go ahead, cousin Todd.
Okay. Aguna.
Todd was right.
What Stephen keeps telling you is that Donald Trump
admitted publicly.
the opposite of what he does, what he did. He said no more wars. Remember, he's going to stop all these wars. And then he started wars, Venezuela. And so now you're trying to piecemeal this thing out and say, oh, well, he's only going to be in there for 1 month or a couple of weeks.
No, he said like a week. That's what Aguna said.
That's not true because Trump said it could
China crickets, Russia crickets.
It could be a week.
Watch.
It could be a month. He said he doesn't know. It could be longer. And boots on the ground. So
you want boots on the ground? We want more soldiers to die. Nobody had to die. Nobody had to go into Iran. It wasn't a threat to us. He ought to go to.
Cousin Todd, are you finished?
The thing is,
sorry,
Stephen,
Todd.
I have to say to you, Two-Face.
I ain't got a two-face. I learned more. That ain't having a two-face.
Okay. It is a two-face.
Yeah,
that is not two-faced. Screw you.
Come around and find out. I'm gonna do you like Trump did. I'm gonna take out.
Hey, Israel's getting blasted right now.
Cousin Todd.
Israel's getting blasted.
Todd's round table. You all talking like it's not the man's round table.
Exactly. Now,
that's very rude.
It's very rude, and I'm in pain now that my stomach is bothering me. I had surgery last week, and so I'm just
copycat trying to be like me.
Ma'am.
So it was reassignment surgery, cousin Todd?
Yeah, just like Stevens. And so, what?
You need some Tums.
Oh, no, it's not that. Tums won't be able to help me with what I'm going through. That Tums won't do anything for me. So anyway, the point I was making was Trump is doing the opposite of what he said he was going to do.
It's true.
I don't think so.
Yes, he is.
And what's going to happen is America does not have an appetite for war. And we don't want Israel bossing us around and him saying Israel was going to do it anyway. Not if we told Israel no. All we had to do is say, you do it. And you're not getting another weapon from us.
Right. He has to do it because he works for Bibi.
And
you're not getting another dime from us.
From Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Once he did that, he moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He was giving Israel the green light to do what you got to do to defend yourself. We got your back.
That's not defend yourself. They're the supremacists. They're Jewish supremacists. It ain't a white supremacy. They think they're better than everybody in Israel.
Okay, and so
Todd's round table. He hasn't finished.
I'm helping him wrap it up.
I don't need your help.
He don't feel good. He's still on medication.
So
Stephen, you
anyway.
said Muslims don't like to educate women and all kind of other stuff, so all of them are deserving of this stuff.
Right.
This was your position. Just
This was your
6 months
position.
ago. You were like, look,
You know
we
what?
gotta
They handle their business. They handle their business in house. We don't have any business going there. We don't have any business losing any soldiers there. We don't have any business being there. What they do is in house. It's not our business.
We got interest though.
Finish, Todd.
Okay, so the bottom line is we have no business allowing Israel to dictate to us what we can do. This, like, for example, Mark Rubio said, well, we couldn't stop them from bombing, and so we thought we better beat them to the punch. And oh, no, you don't. That's ridiculous, and it's double talking. Israel don't run us. We run them.
They're trying to take over the world. That's what it is.
Oh, I didn't say all that, but Israel cannot dictate to the United States what we can and can't do. So this was just unnecessary. And why now? This is the thing. So I don't know what's going to happen in November.
Epstein.
Thank you. We're out of time. We've gone way over our time limit. To our first responders in our communities, you make our lives very livable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To our women and men of the U.S. military who are out there now in Kuwait and Abu Dhabi, and
our hearts and prayers go to those
families who lost U.S. service members.
They didn't even have an exit plan. The State Department didn't have an exit strategy for any American citizens in the Middle East.
Right.
And they didn't even. That's
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a horrible administration.
Excuse me. It's a horrible thing. And they you know, to our military who sacrificed, who made the ultimate sacrifice with their lives, we are forever indebted. On behalf of Aguna, the voice of reason, and takes over, and he never stops talking.
Oh, that's not true.
The constitutional conservative, Stephen, the independent thinker,
flip-flopper.
I didn't flip-flop.
and my cousin Todd.
Your mama.
Stop it.
And did you hear Aguna? He called, what did you just call Keith?
Flip-flopper.
No, he called Keith something else. I said
Red ass baboon.
Conservative, and he said something. I got to go back and play the tape.
I think it was red ass baboon.
Always name calling.
I'm not.
I think he got that when he was probably pledging Alpha Phi Alpha, or when he started having Sphinxmen under him. He must have been doing that then. All right, check us out. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sporlitiks, since 2011. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like us and follow us on Instagram at Sporlitiks. Check us out on TikTok at Sporlitiks.com is our name. Sporlitiks.com on TikTok. Check us out on Twitch. Check us out on Stephanie Stallworth's The Flow Television Network. We're on X and Facebook. We're all over. We're going to be more all over. We've been doing this since 2011, and we're about to blow up. We'll see you next week. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and good night.
All right. Good show.
You should have kept that hat on, Stephen.
Did y'all ever see my cup? Did you read it?
You can't read that.
You can't read that.
You're a diva?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny because I said you all are divas because you come on so late. They're supposed to come on at 7:45 so we can prep.
I tried to show you when the show started, but it's hard to read.
But of course not. They're divas, so they don't come on until 1 minute before the live show starts.
Right. It's from the Metropolitan Opera. And Keith said he want to be a diva because it sounds too feminine. Well, I'm like a wide receiver, brother, in the NFL. They're not too feminine. They call them divas too.
You're a wide receiver?
He tries
in the NFL. not like you are, Todd. I'm talking about NFL. And that's nothing like hockey.
NFL or
Stephen, you need to support our president. I think you've gone astray.
No,
Stephen.
he broke my heart. He actually broke my heart. And you've known me long enough, everybody on this show. I hate to be wrong. And for him to prove me wrong, because he totally flipped. He did 180 or whatever. I thought he was going to do it because he said every day we're going to do this. And his first term, he didn't start any wars. Remember, Keith, on his first term, he never started any wars. So when he said for 4 years, I'll never start a war, and he put down George W. Bush for going to war under false pretenses, and now he's going into war under false pretenses. How can you support that? How can you support it?
Just like you learned, Stephen, just like you learned, right? Trump went and he looked at his war chest, and he was like, wait a minute. I don't need to get into any endless wars. I don't need to start any wars, but I can finish them real quick. And he went in there and he's using
But what about the ship? What about the ship that headed there from Venezuela? And the guys on the ship, 45,000 people on this, 4,500 people on the ship, they flooded the toilets because they didn't want to go. Where's the morale in the military right now? They don't want to be there. They don't want to fight for him.
A preemptive strike is a legitimate, justifiable self-defense.
There was no self-defense because Iran didn't threaten to hit them. Iran wasn't threatening the United States.
Was not threatening the United States at all.
Iran doesn't have the capability to hit us, Keith. Iran doesn't have the capability.
I agree with Aduna on that one.
Right.
They were developing the capability.
They are not.
They were developing.
You've made them the bad guys for 20 years. Benjamin Netanyahu said every week for 20 years, Benjamin Netanyahu said that they're 2 weeks from getting a nuclear bomb. That's what Benjamin Netanyahu said for 20 years.
Here's the thing, Stephen. It doesn't matter. So, like the Maduro operation, they went in there and they killed like 75 of his close personal guards. They dropped the sonic bomb that.
Oh no, I understand what they did. They had no business doing that either. I didn't like it when they did that either.
No, but
they had no business doing it. They had no business doing it. And what they wanted to do is they wanted all the oil, but the oil was down to $60 a barrel. Nobody wanted it. So all these companies that were going to come in said, no, we ain't really ready to come in because we ain't getting no money on oil. So this war helps too because it'll raise the price of oil.
Why are you so sympathetic for terrorists? Why are you so sympathetic
You're proving my point, Stephen. He went in there real quick, pulled out Maduro, who we said was a bad guy.
Right, but he wasn't.
Took out their government. He took over their oil. He used something he never used before in the military.
Totally different.
We've been pussyfooting around Iran and all these other people that we said are bad actors. Let's just use our stuff, go in there and knock them out.
Because they're not bad actors. And it's only thing is Israel is trying to take over the entire Middle East.
They're going to retaliate against us. Believe me, New York, LA, DC, somebody's going to get in trouble.
It's gonna be rough because you got China's not going to play, Russia's not going to play, North Korea's not going to play.
It's
not going to happen. No, of course not. I think it'll happen this summer.
So what about all the Iranian people, all the the Persian Iranian people that live here in the country that are celebrating? Are they wrong? Are they wrong?
There's some people celebrating. There's some people that aren't celebrating. The same way if Donald Trump got murdered, then half of us would celebrate and other half wouldn't celebrate.
Most of the people are happy. And just like
what you said about the terrorists, the terrorists are not Iran. It's always been false flags. If you look into history, it's always been false flags, and it's always been Israel. They are the bad guys. They really are. And eventually, I'm going to convince y'all of this.
I'll pray for you, Stephen.
I'll pray for you because you ain't following Jesus Christ. I can tell you that.
For you.
You're not following Jesus Christ because the people of Jesus Christ are the ones being killed in Palestine. The Jews are not of Jesus Christ. They are not the chosen people. Don't pray for me and whatever you worship. You worship Satan. You're a Satanist, just like Donald Trump and Israel is.
Stephen,
you ain't got nothing to do with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ does not support anything.
The honeymoon is over. I guess you can forget getting married.
No, he's like, what's that guy with the crazy eyes? What's that guy, old man with the crazy eyes you follow? He's not a Christ follower either. Who's that old man, the big time? He's got the jets. He's got the jets, and he's a preacher. He's a big time preacher, and he looks like he's crazy. He looks like Erica Kirk, crazy eyes. What's his name? Keith, you know what I'm talking about. You support him.
Wait a minute, Stephen. If you ever want to marry Keith, you better stop it.
I'm telling you.
After a while, he's not going to
I'm telling you.
back no matter what.
Stephen, you had
Jesus Christ.
Stephen,
Jesus Christ said that they are the synagogue of Satan, and he turned the tables over and beat the crap out of them. Well, they're the same people that are put there now. And I'm gonna give Todd was right when he said in 48 that they put the so-called Jews there, but it was a British occupation that did that, and it was the Rothschilds that did it, that are over top of the Jews. They're fake Jews that you're supporting.
Stephen, are you talking about Ken Copeland?
Ken Copeland. He's a phony. He's not for Jesus Christ. He screws up heads like good people like Keith, and they ruin his soul.
Well,
now they're not good people.
A viewer just sent that text and said, "Is Keith talking about Ken Copeland?"
Well,
yeah.
Oh, good. Well, Stephen, evidently you listen to me, and so because
I don't forget anything.
Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
no, I don't. You make up crap.
But anyway, I see you study me like a book. And so you remember when I told you this is when the years you've been saying, you hate the Jews, Todd.
Right. And that's what they tell me now. That's what they tell me now. But I didn't know any better. But I'm humble enough to come on air in front of people and humble myself and say, I didn't know the correct information. Now that I know it, and it's been proven to me 1,000 different ways, I can't unsee it now. But I know what the truth is now. I didn't know. And the only thing I've ever wanted was the truth. Only thing I ever wanted was a better life for everybody in this world. That's all I want. I want to follow the truth. I don't want to worship any golden gods like Donald Trump.
Hey, Stephen.
Yes, sir. Go, please. I don't want you to split your stitches out. You couldn't do it now. You better stop. Say, it only hurts when I laugh.
You slammed me weekly and said, people like you, we're going to get out of this country, and you hate the Jews.
I still want to get you out of the country now. Don't worry about that. I'm sending ice your way.
You said, you said how
sending ice your way, cousin Todd.
Yeah, well,
no, I'm gonna send an ice cream truck because they don't feel good.
So
not ice.
Anyway,
hey, if I ever hurt your feelings, Todd. If I ever hurt your feelings,
I was on the side of Hamas and on and on and on.
But you won't. You're on the side of the Palestinian people. They're still saying people on the side of Hamas. Hamas ain't even there no more. It's just little children getting their brains blown out by these religious freaks. Israel. These God-fearing people that shoot little babies in their heads.
So one of the viewers said that Stephen is a Bible scholar.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you. No, if they know I've been telling the truth.
Now,
I've been telling the truth.
That's probably his. Well, never mind.
I'm telling you the truth.
All right. Good night. See you next week.
All right, guys.
They're not the Israelites that